high, low, and off. Your step well heater, high, low, and off. Driver's heater, high, low, and off. Rear heaters, high, low, and off. Your rear heater, high, low, and off. You're going to check your defrost fan, high, low, and off. Your booster pump. Now this is used during winter time. That's when you want to recirculate your coolant from the engine to the heaters. So that's when you're going to turn the booster pump on. You can't hear anything right now, but all you'll hear is a certain hum. Your heated mirrors, you don't have to check it. And then you check your interior lights, your dome lights, the driver's dome lights, and your rear dome lights. So you're going to turn them on, and all you have to do is check in the rear view mirror and see if they are on. And then you can shut them off. Your strobe light, you have already turned it off, so that's good. These buttons are for noise reduction and your cross gate. We're going to check the fans, high, low, and off. The right fan, high, low, and off. I'm going to be checking my windshield washers. You make sure you spray the water, and it works. High, low, and off. You're going to be checking your high and low beams to make sure they work as well by checking them in the crossover mirrors. You're going to be checking your gauges at this point. So your oil gauge, your water temperature gauge, your RPM, the battery, the voltmeter, which normally should be between 12 and 14. And then you have the fuel gauge. However, make sure that works, but we're going to simultaneously check it with the logbook. Once you have examined your gauges and you have noticed warning lights, here's what you're going to do. If it is a red warning light, do not move your bus. Contact your yard mechanic. If it's a yellow warning light, contact your yard supervisor and ask permission if you can drive the bus. You're going to be checking your radio. You can do that by pushing the button on the left-hand side. Also, you will make sure the red light comes on and you are on the right channel. Once that's done, we're going to be checking your 3 F's. Your 3 F's being your first aid kit. Make sure it's secured, the puke powder is in, and your band-aids are there. We're going to be checking the fire extinguisher, making sure it's secured and in place. You're going to make sure the yellow needle is in the green area, and you're going to check for the validation of the fire extinguisher when it was last inspected. Also, you're going to check your flares or your emergency triangles. You're going to make sure that there are 3 of them. Once that's done, you're going to be checking your paperwork. Now, these are the documents that you would require, that you will need to check before you leave the yard. This is your insurance pink slip, so the expiry is July 2013. You're going to be checking your registration. You're making sure it belongs to the right unit, it's continuous and school bus. In the event of a collision, you'll be filling up one of these forms. So your name would be filled up here with your route information and the third-party information, as well as any other parties involved. And a statement, a diagram, and your information which you will be providing to the other parties involved as well, and who do they have to contact should they need. As well as at the bottom here, you have an accident witness. So if anybody comes up to you and says that they have witnessed anything, you can tear one of these forms out, give it to them, and tell them to fill it up and give it to you. This is your unit damage diagram. If during your exterior inspection you have noticed any new damage, you are then going to make sure you fill it up in the logbook under unit damage diagram, which is on the back of the page, and then subsequently you will take this form to your yard supervisor or one of the trainers and have them endorse it. This is your incident reporting form, which you will be reporting any incidents that have happened on the bus. Your passenger information list. Your work hazard material information system safety sheet is in here. Your material safety data sheet is in here for Superior Propane. And your safety fitness certificate, which is continuous and excellent. Apart from that, you would have your Interprovincial Operating Authority certificate, which you'll be checking for the expiry, which is April 30th of 2013, and your scheduled routes that you can drive on. So Cochrane in Alberta, Okotoks in Alberta, and if you are on any charters, any point in Alberta as well. At this point, we're going to be checking our Commercial Vehicle Inspection Certificate. You want to check the last 4 digits, which is 8658, and it should correspond to the sticker on top here, which is 8658. You want to make sure the unit number is right, which is 3735, as well as it's signed and dated as well. Once that's done, you're going to be checking your belt. Make sure that's good, as you're going to be checking your brakes. Okay, at this point, we're going to check our parking brake. So you're going to depress your brake pedal, put it in drive, and then you're going to accelerate to 1000 RPM. So you accelerate, and then you make sure the parking brake holds. After that, you're going to check your service brake. So you're going to release your parking brake, and then you're going to move forward and jam the brake slowly and make sure that holds. Once that's hold and you're satisfied, you're going to secure the bus again and neutral. Once that's done, now you're going to check your logbook. At this point, we are going to be checking our logbook. First things first, you're going to be checking as to when it was last refueled. So you look at the next date, which is right here. So it was last refueled at 40,443 clicks. And right now we do have 40,456. So it's not bad. We haven't crossed 300 kilometers. So we are good for refueling. And you're going to come to today's date. So you're going to check Calgary, the unit number 3735, your name, the date, the time of the trip inspection, the odometer reading, which you would get the current one from there, and if you have fuel or you're going to refuel today, which you will fill at a later stage. If there was any defects on the bus, at this point you will check the boxes on the side, or else if there's no defects, you would just check the boxes at the bottom here and then sign, which is at the bottom. Completing a successful pre-trip ensures everyone's safety. If you have any questions, please contact Southland Training Department.